Welcome back to GS Coins, where every coin tells a story, and sometimes, even the smallest ones hold the greatest surprises. Today, we're taking a deep dive into a coin you've probably come across in your pocket change but may not have realized just how significant it really is, the 1999 1 € coin. Now, at first glance, this coin might not seem like anything special. It's tiny, made of copper-covered steel, and carries a face value of just 1 €. But don't be too quick to dismiss it. What if I told you that this humble coin could be worth far more than 1 cent, especially in today's collector's market, and especially if you have one in good condition? That's exactly what we'll explore in this video. So get comfortable, because we're going on a journey that mixes European history, coin minting, and modern market values, all packed into one small copper-colored disc from 1999. Let's start with some context. The euro currency was officially introduced in 1999, although the euro banknotes and coins weren't physically circulated until 2002. However, coins like the 1 € were already being minted and prepared in the years leading up to their release. That means the 1999 dated 1 cent coins are among the very first euro coins ever produced. This gives them a unique historical edge. We're talking about the launch of a currency that united multiple European nations under one economic banner. That alone makes these coins a symbol of an enormous shift in Europe's monetary system. So when we talk about the 1999 1 cent euro coin, we're not just talking about currency, we're talking about a piece of modern European history. Physically, the 1999 1 € coin is small, thin, and reddish in color due to its composition of copper-covered steel. It weighs just 2.30 grams and measures 16.25 millimeters in diameter, with a smooth edge. On one side, the common reverse, you'll see a globe showing Europe in relation to Africa and Asia, with the denomination 1 € clearly written, surrounded by 6 fine lines and 12 stars, representing the European Union. But the more interesting side, for collectors, is the obverse, or the national side. That's where things start to get exciting, because each Eurozone country has its own unique national design, and this can heavily influence the coin's value. Now, depending on which country minted your 1999 1 cent euro coin, its market value can vary widely. Coins from countries like Germany, France, and Spain were minted in large quantities, so they're quite common. A German 1999 1 cent coin in circulated condition typically sells for around 10 to 50 cents USD, depending on the exact mint mark and condition. Meanwhile, coins from countries with smaller populations or lower mintages, such as Finland, Luxembourg, or the Netherlands, can command higher prices. And then there are coins from countries like Monaco, San Marino, and Vatican City. While they didn't issue the 1 cent coin in 1999 specifically, their later Eurocent coins are highly collectible due to their rarity and prestige, and that drives demand for early Eurocents as a category. Now, when we say good condition, we're talking about coins that have clearly been in circulation but still retain most of their details. The date should be visible, the national design recognizable, and there should be no heavy scratches or corrosion. In today's market, a 1999 1 cent coin in good circulated condition can be worth around $20 to $100 depending on the country and demand. That's already 20 to 100 times its face value. And if you happen to have an uncirculated coin, one that was never used and has no wear at all, the price can jump significantly. Uncirculated 1999 1 cent coins, especially from less common countries or with low mintage years, can fetch $200, $500, or even $1,000 or more among dedicated euro coin collectors. But the story doesn't end there. Some of these coins have errors, and that's where real value starts to climb. Minting errors include things like off-center strikes, double dies, missing elements, or planchet errors. A coin that shows part of the design missing, or one that's been misaligned during the minting process, can be a big hit with collectors. Some error 1999 1 cent euro coins have sold for $200, $300, or even more than $500, depending on how rare and dramatic the error is. So it pays, literally, to examine your coin closely with a magnifying glass. Look for anything that seems unusual, especially compared to standard examples from the same year and country. Another factor to keep in mind is the coin's mint mark, which tells you where it was produced. For example, German coins have mint marks such as A, D, F, G, and J, each representing a different mint facility. Some mints produced fewer coins than others in 1999, making those specific variants more desirable. A coin from a low-output mint in uncirculated condition can be worth far more than the same coin from a high-output mint in worn condition. This level of detail is important to serious collectors, and it's why so many people build entire collections based not just on year and denomination, but also mint origin and condition grade. Speaking of grading, if you believe your coin is in excellent condition, especially if it appears uncirculated, it might be worth sending it to a professional grading service. Companies like NGC or PCGS can authenticate and grade your coin, assigning it a numerical value that reflects its preservation. A high grade, like MS65 or higher, can dramatically increase the resale value. It also makes the coin more attractive to serious collectors who prefer certified and slabbed coins. So, how do you actually sell one of these coins or check its worth in today's dollar market? Start by comparing your coin with others on trusted platforms like eBay, Numista, or MA Shops. Be sure to look at sold listings, not just asking prices. A coin listed at $20 doesn't mean it's actually selling for that much. Check what buyers are willing to pay. Also, keep in mind that coin value can fluctuate depending on demand. Euro coin collecting is a growing hobby, especially outside of Europe, and as older coins from the early Euro years become scarcer in circulation, their value is expected to rise. Now, let's talk strategy. Should you sell now, or hold onto your 1999 1-cent coin? If your coin is average and from a common country, and it's in circulated condition, it might be worth just a few cents to $1 today. But if it's in brilliant condition, or it comes from a rarer mint, or has an error, it might be worth holding. These coins represent the first year of Euro coinage, and over time, their historical importance could lead to greater collector demand. Just like how early US pennies from the early 1900s are now worth dozens or hundreds of dollars, the early Euro cents could one day follow a similar path. In conclusion, the 1999 1 € coin might be tiny and easily overlooked, but it's much more than a common copper disc. It marks the beginning of the Euro era, carries the national identity of its issuing country, and holds historical and collector value that continues to grow. Depending on condition, country, mint mark, and rarity, its value in the collector market ranges from just a few cents to as high as $50 or more. So before you toss that coin into a donation jar or spend it without a second thought, take a moment to really examine it. You might be holding a miniature piece of history in your hand. Next up, the 1 € coin from the year 2000. Now, at face value, this coin is worth just 1 €. It's easy to overlook and often dismissed as pocket change. But as we've seen time and time again in the world of coin collecting, sometimes the coins we ignore are the ones worth taking a closer look at. So don't underestimate this small copper-colored coin, because depending on its condition, country of origin, and rarity, it could be worth far more than just a single cent. To understand the significance of the 2000 1 € coin, we need to look back at the early years of the euro itself. Although euro coins officially entered circulation in 2002, countries in the Eurozone began minting their coins in 1999 and 2000 in preparation for the new currency system. That makes 2000 one of the very first production years for euro coins. These early coins hold particular interest for collectors because they mark the beginning of a new monetary era, one that replaced historic national currencies across much of Europe with a single, unified currency. The 1-cent coin from 2000, then, is not just a piece of metal, it's a piece of modern European history. From a technical standpoint, the 2000 1 € coin is identical in shape and composition to the 1999 issue. It's made of copper-plated steel, giving it a reddish hue that makes it easy to spot among other coins. It weighs just 2.30 grams, with a diameter of 16.25 millimeters and a smooth edge. The reverse side, which is the same across all Eurozone countries, shows the denomination 1 €, along with a globe highlighting Europe, surrounded by 6 diagonal lines and 12 stars representing the European Union. The real intrigue, however, lies in the obverse or national side, which varies depending on the country that issued the coin. In the year 2000, several Eurozone countries minted 1-cent coins, including Germany, France, Italy, Spain, the Netherlands, Finland, Austria, Belgium, Ireland, and others. Some of these countries produced large quantities, while others had lower mintage numbers, which makes a big difference when it comes to market value. Coins from high mintage countries like Germany or France are more common, and in circulated condition, they usually sell for around $10 to $50 today, depending on their state. However, coins from countries like Finland or the Netherlands, especially those with low mintage or unique mint marks, can be valued higher, sometimes reaching $100 to $300 in good condition. Now, what do we mean by good condition? In the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. A coin in good condition is one that has been circulated, but still retains much of its original detail. The date and national design should be clearly visible, and there should be minimal scratches, no corrosion, and no heavy damage. Such coins are desirable to beginner collectors or people completing Eurocent sets. If your 2001 cent coin is uncirculated, meaning it's in mint or near mint condition with no signs of wear, then its value could be significantly higher. An uncirculated example from a country like Austria, Ireland, or Belgium can sometimes fetch $300 to $500 or more, especially if it's in pristine condition or still sealed in a mint set. But what really drives up the value of these coins are minting errors and low production variance. For example, if your coin has a die crack, off-center strike, or double die error, you could be looking at a far more valuable item. These types of errors are relatively rare, and collectors are often willing to pay a premium for them. Some error coins from the 2001 cent euro issue have been known to sell for $200, $300, and even upwards of $500, depending on how unusual or dramatic the flaw is. So it's worth taking the time to examine your coin closely. Use a magnifying glass and good lighting to look for anything out of the ordinary, and if you think you've found something special, it might be worth getting the coin professionally graded and authenticated. Another important factor is the mint mark, especially in countries like Germany that used multiple mints in different cities. Germany's coins can have mint marks such as A, D, F, G, or J, each corresponding to a different mint. Some of these mints produced more coins than others, so if you have a coin with a mint mark from a lower output facility, that could increase its rarity and value. Similarly, coins from countries like Finland, which had smaller minting numbers in 2000, are more desirable to collectors, especially if found in good or uncirculated condition. If you're wondering how to determine your coin's value today in dollars, start by identifying the country and mint mark. Then compare your coin to recent sales on collector websites like eBay, Numista, or MA Shops. Always look at sold listings, not just asking prices. A coin may be listed for $200, but if it isn't selling, it's not actually worth that much. Real-world sales are the best indicators of market value. Right now, most 2001 Eurocent coins in average circulated condition are worth around $100 to $500, while coins in excellent condition or with unique features may sell for $100 to $500, and rare error coins can command $200 or more. For those wondering whether to sell now or hold on, the answer depends on your coin. If it's common and worn, you may want to sell or trade it now. But if you have a clean, uncirculated example, or better yet, one with an error or low mintage, it may be wise to hold on to it. The euro is still a relatively new currency in the world of numismatics, and early coins like the 1 cent from 2000 are expected to become more collectible over time, especially as high-quality examples disappear from circulation. Ultimately, the 2001 Eurocent coin is a great example of how a small, everyday object can carry historical significance, artistic value, and even investment potential. It represents a key moment in Europe's monetary unification, and depending on its origin and condition, it can be worth far more than face value, sometimes even dozens of times more. So before you toss it aside, make sure you check the country, the mint mark, and the quality of your coin. You might just be holding a tiny treasure. Next up, the 2003 1 Eurocent coin. It might seem like just another small copper coin in your wallet, but in the world of numismatics, every coin tells a story, and even a single cent can carry hidden value depending on where it was minted, how rare it is, and what kind of condition it's in. So let's dive deep into the 2003 edition of the 1 cent euro coin and see what makes it special and how much it could be worth in today's collector market, in US dollars. First, let's start with the coin itself. The 1 Eurocent coin is the smallest denomination in the euro currency system. Introduced in 2002 with the launch of the euro, this coin has a copper-plated steel composition, weighs just 2.30 grams, and measures 16.25 millimeters in diameter. The coin has a smooth edge, and its small size makes it easy to miss, but collectors know that these little coins often come with big surprises. The reverse side of the coin, which is the same for all euro countries, features a globe showing Europe in relation to Asia and Africa. It also shows the denomination 1 Eurocent and 12 stars representing the European Union. However, what makes each euro cent coin unique is the obverse, or national side, which is different in every Eurozone country. In 2003, 1 euro cent coins were issued by countries like Germany, France, Italy, Spain, Belgium, Netherlands, Austria, Finland, Ireland, Portugal, and a few others. Each of these countries had its own distinct design on the national side, and this is where collectors start paying close attention. Some 2003 1 euro cent coins were produced in very large quantities, while others had smaller mintage figures, making certain national versions more sought after by collectors today. For example, Germany issued millions of 1 cent coins in 2003, and these are very common. In circulated condition, most German 2003 1 cent coins are worth around 10 cents to 25 cents USD, not much more than face value. However, the story changes when you consider coins from countries like Finland, Portugal, or Ireland, where lower mintage numbers or stronger collector interest have boosted the value of these coins in the secondary market. If your 2003 1 cent coin comes from a country with lower mint numbers and is in good condition, its value could be between 50 cents and $1.50. But what exactly do we mean by good condition? A coin in good condition has been circulated but still maintains its major design elements clearly. The date should be readable, the national side should still be sharp, and there shouldn't be any major scratches, corrosion, or discoloration. If your coin is in better than average condition, for example, very fine or even uncirculated, it can be worth even more. Uncirculated examples from countries like Belgium, Austria, or Ireland can sometimes fetch $2 to $5, especially if they're well struck and show no signs of wear. Now let's talk about mint marks and varieties. Some countries, like Germany, have multiple mints, each indicated by a letter on the coin. In 2003, German 1 cent coins were produced at 5 different mints: A, Berlin; D, Munich; F, Stuttgart; G, Karlsruhe; and J, Hamburg. Collectors who want to complete a full mint set will often pay a premium for the harder-to-find mint marks. If you have a 2003 German 1 cent coin with a less common mint mark in great condition, you might be able to sell it for $1 to $2 to the right buyer. Even more interesting are error coins. Sometimes, coins leave the mint with mistakes, like off-center strikes, die cracks, double dates, or lamination errors. These flaws can make a common coin much more valuable. A 2003 1 euro cent coin with a visible minting error can easily sell for $10, $20, or even $50 or more, depending on the type of error and how noticeable it is. These coins are highly prized by error collectors, and the demand often outpaces supply. If you suspect your coin might have an error, it's worth inspecting it under a magnifying glass or digital microscope, and comparing it to known examples online. So, how can you find out what your 2003 1 euro cent coin is worth? First, check which country issued it. Next, look at the coin's physical condition and determine whether it's circulated, good, very fine, or uncirculated. Then, check for mint marks or errors. Once you've done that, compare your coin to listings and recent sales on sites like Nemista, eBay, MAShops, or other coin marketplaces. Prices will vary based on supply and demand, but these platforms give a realistic idea of what people are actually paying, not just what sellers are asking. As of 2025, most 2003 1 euro cent coins in average circulated condition are valued between 10 cents and $0 and 30 cents, especially from high mintage countries like Germany and France. Coins from countries with fewer coins issued or stronger collector interest, such as Portugal, Austria, or Finland, can go for 50 cents to $1.50 USD in good condition. Uncirculated examples are worth $2 to $5, and coins with notable mint errors or rare characteristics could be valued well above $10 or more. So next time you come across a 1 cent euro coin from 2003, don't ignore it. Flip it over, look closely at the country, mint mark, and quality. What looks like an ordinary piece of pocket change could actually be a collectible gem waiting to be discovered. And remember, coin collecting isn't just about big, shiny, expensive pieces. Sometimes, the smallest and most humble coins carry the most fascinating stories and surprising value. Next up, the 2004 1 euro cent coin. It may be tiny, and often overlooked in daily transactions, but this humble copper coin can reveal some surprising details for collectors, especially when we talk about rarity, mint marks, country of origin, and condition. So sit back, and let's dig into everything you need to know about the 2004 1-cent euro coin and find out how much it could be worth today in US dollars. Let's begin with the basics. The 1 euro cent coin is the smallest denomination of the euro, introduced alongside the euro currency itself in 2002. These coins are made of copper-plated steel, giving them that familiar reddish-brown appearance. The weight is 2.30 grams, the diameter is 16.25 millimeters, and the thickness is about 1.67 millimeters. It features a smooth edge and a simple but effective design. On the reverse, the common side used by all Eurozone countries, the coin shows the numeral 1, the words Eurocent, and a globe with Europe linked to Asia and Africa, surrounded by 12 stars representing the European Union. However, what makes each euro coin interesting, especially for collectors, is the obverse or national side, which varies from one Eurozone country to another. In 2004, multiple countries minted their own versions of the 1 euro cent coin, and each of these national designs adds unique value and character. Some countries like Germany, Italy, France, and Spain produced large quantities, making their coins more common, while others like Ireland, Finland, Belgium, Portugal, Austria, and the Netherlands had lower mintages, making them slightly rarer and more attractive to collectors. The specific country and mint mark play a crucial role in determining a coin's market price today. Let's take a closer look at how much your 2004 1 euro cent coin could be worth, depending on its country of origin and condition. If you have a coin from Germany, one of the most prolific mints in Europe, chances are your coin is quite common. German mints are labeled with letters, such as A for Berlin, D for Munich, F for Stuttgart, G for Karlsruhe, and J for Hamburg. Most of these German coins in circulated condition are worth about 10 cents to 25 cents USD, since millions were produced. However, coins from specific mints with low mintage numbers, or those in uncirculated condition, can attract collectors who are looking to complete a mint mark set. In such cases, the value may rise to around $1 to $2. Now, if your 2004 1-cent coin is from Finland or Portugal, you're dealing with coins that had lower mintage figures compared to larger Eurozone countries. In circulated but good condition, these coins can fetch around 50 cents to $1.50 USD, depending on demand. For example, the Finnish coin features the heraldic lion of Finland with a date, and coins from that year are often collected in mint sets. If your coin has remained in very fine or uncirculated condition, especially if it was pulled directly from a mint set, it could be worth $2 to $5 or even more, especially to collectors trying to build full-year country sets. One often overlooked feature is coin errors. Mistakes that occurred during the minting process, such as off-center strikes, double dies, missing layers, or clipped planchets, can greatly increase a coin's value. A 2004 1-cent euro coin with a visible error can sell for $10, $20, or even over $50, depending on the rarity and clarity of the error. Always examine your coins under good lighting or a magnifier. What seems like a simple manufacturing flaw could be a hidden treasure. Now, let's talk about coin grading and condition, which has a huge impact on value. A coin in good condition typically shows signs of wear from circulation, but the details of the design are still visible. These coins are collectible but generally only bring modest premiums. Coins in very fine, VF, condition have sharper details and fewer signs of wear. While extra fine, XF, coins retain most of their original details and luster. Coins in uncirculated, UNC, or mint state, MS, condition show no wear at all and are highly desirable to collectors, especially if they've been stored properly and haven't been exposed to air, oils, or moisture. So how can you determine the real value of your 2004 1 euro cent coin in today's market? Start by identifying the country of origin, the mint mark, and then assess the condition of the coin. Compare your coin to listings on trusted collector sites such as Nemista, eBay, or MA Shops, and pay attention to recent sales, not just asking prices. Remember, actual sale prices reflect real market demand, and that's the best way to know what your coin is truly worth. As of 2025, most 2004 1 euro cent coins from common mints and countries sell for around 10 cents to 30 cents USD in circulated condition. Coins from countries with fewer coins minted, like Ireland, Austria, Portugal, or Finland, can range from 50 cents to $1.50 USD in good condition, and up to $5 or more if uncirculated. Error coins or those in mint sets can go even higher, depending on collector interest. To sum it up, the 2004 1 euro-cent coin may seem insignificant at first glance, but depending on its country, condition, and any unique features, it could be worth more than you think. It's a perfect example of why coin collecting is so fascinating. Even the smallest coins can tell a rich story and offer real value. Next up, the 2007 1 euro-cent coin. Despite being the smallest denomination in the euro currency system, this little copper-plated steel disc holds more history, detail, and even potential value than many people realize. So make sure to stay tuned as we go deep into the origin, design, production, and, most importantly, the collector value in today's market, measured in US dollars, for this humble yet historically rich coin. If you have a 2007 1 euro-cent in your pocket, coin jar, or collection, this video is just for you. Let's begin by understanding what the 1 euro-cent is and why it matters. The 1-cent euro coin was first introduced in 2002, when the euro became the official currency of many European Union countries. The euro-cent coins, ranging from 1 to 50 cents, are legal tender in all countries using the euro, even though each nation has its own distinctive design on the national side of the coin. That's part of what makes collecting euro coins so exciting. Each country, and sometimes even different minting facilities within a country, produces coins with subtle differences that can affect their rarity and value. The 2007 1 euro-cent coin was minted by multiple countries including Germany, France, Italy, Spain, the Netherlands, Belgium, Austria, Ireland, Finland, Portugal, and others. Each coin shares a common reverse side, designed by Luc Luix, which features a globe showing Europe's position on the world map, with 12 stars representing the European Union. The coin's front, or obverse, features national symbols unique to each country. And that's where things start to get interesting. So what makes some 2007 1 euro-cent coins more valuable than others? Let's talk about mintage numbers. Some countries produce tens or even hundreds of millions of these coins. For example, Germany, one of the largest Eurozone economies, produced large volumes across multiple mints, including Berlin, A, Munich, D, Stuttgart, F, Karlsruhe, G, and Hamburg, J. These coins are very common in circulation and are usually worth only 1 to 3 cents in the US market, unless they are in uncirculated or mint condition. But not every country produced the 2007 coin in large numbers. Countries like Finland, Portugal, or Ireland had significantly lower mintages, and coins from these regions can fetch higher values among collectors. A 2007 1-cent coin from Finland, especially in brilliant uncirculated condition, can be worth between $1 and $4. Coins from Portugal or Ireland may sell for 50 cents to $2, depending on condition. What about error coins? Here's where things get even more exciting. As with most coins, minting errors can add considerable value to a euro cent. These might include off-center strikes, die cracks, doubled dies, or missing copper plating. Error coins from 2007 have been found in multiple Eurozone countries, especially Germany and Italy. For example, a German 2007 1-cent coin with a die break across the digits or lettering could be worth anywhere from $10 to $30 or more, depending on how prominent the error is and its overall condition. A coin with a missing layer of copper, exposing the steel core, is extremely rare and could fetch $50 or higher in auction settings or among serious collectors. Let's not forget about proof coins and mint sets. In many Eurozone countries, official mints release annual collector sets that include proof or uncirculated versions of that year's coinage. A 2007 1 euro-cent coin from a proof set, housed in original mint packaging, can be worth $5 to $10, sometimes even more depending on demand. These coins are struck with specially polished dies and are handled very carefully, making them visually stunning and highly desirable among serious collectors. Now, the condition of the coin plays a huge role in its value. Coins are graded on a scale from good to mint state or proof. A coin that has been heavily circulated with noticeable scratches and wear is typically valued close to face value, perhaps 2 cents to 10 cents USD. A coin in very fine or extremely fine condition, one that still shows full details and only slight signs of circulation, might be worth 25 cents to $1, depending on the country and market interest. But coins in mint state, with no signs of wear and full original luster, can fetch $2 to $5, and sometimes more if the coin is from a lower mintage country or part of a collectible series. Let's take a quick look at real-world sales. On platforms like eBay, Numista, and other coin marketplaces, collectors are actively buying and selling 2007 1 euro-cent coins. Recently, a 2007 Irish 1-cent coin in uncirculated condition sold for $1.75, while a German version with a mint mark, F, and a die crack sold for nearly $25. A complete 2007 proof coin set from Italy, including the 1 cent, was sold for over $30, showing just how much collector demand can impact market prices. So, what's the takeaway for you as a collector, or even just someone who stumbled upon a 2007 1-cent euro coin? First, always examine your coin closely. Look for the country of origin, the mint mark if applicable, the overall condition, and any signs of minting errors. Then compare your coin with others online to get an estimate of its current value in dollars. And if you suspect you found a rare or unusual variety, it might be worth getting the coin professionally appraised or graded. The 2007 1 euro-cent coin might seem like just another small copper coin, but as we've seen today, its true value can be hidden in the details, from minting origin to condition to rare errors. So the next time you're going through your change, don't overlook the smallest coins. They might just be the gateway to a fascinating hobby, or even a surprising little payday. Thank you so much for watching GS Coins. If you learned something new today or have a 2007 1-cent coin you'd like to share with us, please leave a comment below. Tell us where your coin is from and what condition it's in. We love hearing from fellow collectors around the world. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on coin values, rare finds, and hidden gems. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and remember, in the world of coins, every detail counts.